Good afternoon. Indeed, we are coming live to you from Pretoria. We are still at TUT and talking on issues affecting students. And of course, many are facing challenges which can make or break their academic careers. You know, as most of them have still not received, their results. Their results have been withheld because of the outstanding bills they owe to different institutions. But just to talk more on that issue, I'm now going to be talking to SRC Secretary here at TUT to actually explain to us as to how are students being helped.
All right, thank you very much. Currently, we're having a current phase wherein we've been having technical glitches in terms of admissions, but as far as we're concerned, we're trying to move smoothly. But the biggest concern that we have currently is the issue of the NSFAS and the NSFAS defunding, because NSFAS defunding now, it has made us to come to a point where students cannot register this year because somewhere during the course of last year, during the course of the year, they were just defunded, and now they're being told that they are funding again, but the money or the debt that they accumulated during the course is now their own debt, and NSFAS won't cater for it. So it's a huge conundrum for us, because if you can go anywhere, you'll find students that they cannot register now because of their funding statuses. We try to make a shortfall for it as the TUT SRC by establishing an SRC trust fund, wherein we have already galvanized about 5 million rands, but compared to the number of students that we have, it's nothing, honestly speaking. So NSFAS is currently in phase currently, and I want to give you lies. Students are currently suffering, and that's the current status quo.
Talking about the students' sufferings, the president will be, giving a speech tonight. And what are some of the issues that you'd like him to, talk of, especially regarding, student affairs?
Okay, thank you very much. The first things first, you must increase capacity in terms of higher education. Because we have seen that in terms of basic education, we're producing more and more learners who are eligible to go to universities and colleges, but the number of institutions of higher learning remain as is. So what will happen to all these other students now who qualify? Because it will have a point where in now education is commodified. We have seen it in many institutions where people end up selling spaces because there's a need for the space rather than having an entire capacitated country where there are enough university where everyone can go to. So that's the first point of departure. The second point of departure is ensuring that we have a central application system for everyone where they can apply for all institutions of higher learning. That will ensure that we have access. I think that the Department of Higher Education and the President must prioritize that on their speech. The issue is student accommodation. Yes, we are agreeing that of student or private-owned student accommodation has been able to cater for the students, but that's not a permanent solution. The universities and the government must ensure that universities have proper capacity wherein there's a lot of lands in many of these universities. They must build because it's more sustainable. We have seen that there are fed cats who are getting rich through student accommodation, while it's students who suffer because of the unconducive conditions where they are staying. So I think we must focus on that, and I think we must have an urgent meeting or an urgent emphasis on the defunding of students, because the defunding of students is to cascade or to actually cut down their future prospects, because we know that education is an immediate equalizer. It doesn't matter where you come from or what class or what society, but if you have education, you can be able to move forward. So now if you are having students who are not funded, we are having an issue wherein now it is a travesty to the students, because these are the students who are coming from poor backgrounds. In their households, they look towards them to change their current economic plight through education. And now you have these things wherein they cannot even register because of an NSFAS that says that they have been defunded. While you know very well that this is a poor students, poor of the poorest, and they're trying to make means.